Hey YouTube, so today we're going to go ahead and do the facility duplication glitch with clean plates. So all you're going to need is a facility, Avenger, and MOC. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. Alright, so go ahead and get in the car you're duping, hit left on the D-pad.
What's up, Chief?
And once you're in here, go ahead and change one thing on it. And then you'll want to exit the Avenger. Alright, so it'll force you out, just go ahead and get back in, and then hold the trigger for gas to take you outside of the facility. Now once you're here, just go ahead and get out of the car, return the vehicle to storage, call out a car that's not in your facility, and then if you're not aware, if you look the opposite, have the camera facing the opposite direction, the mechanic will put your car a bit closer if you can. Just fun fact, I guess.
Bring it to you.
Get in the car and drive it back into the facility. Nothing will happen to this car, so as far as losing it, you won't. It doesn't really matter what it is. So you'll accept that alert, so you go inside. Personally, I just rotate through the elegies. And just replace one of the cars. Again, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's not the car you're duplicating. And then we want to head back over to it and get inside it again. Ideally not run into the guardrail right there. This wooden bench, I guess, is another good thing that always likes to get caught on me. So you get inside, hit left on the D-pad again to go into the Avenger. And now this time, if you've done this part correctly, you should not be in a vehicle but be on foot. Then you'll want to make your way up to the front. You'll see enter cockpit. Go ahead and hit X and it should flash like that. And now you'll just kind of hang out for a few seconds. It'll pull you out of the Avenger into the stock facility. And now once you're here, just kind of hang out again. It will, in like 3 or 4 seconds, it'll pull you outside. Now from here, the easiest way I find to do it is to go ahead and call an elegy out of your MOC. And now this vehicle will be replaced, so you will end up losing this one. I'm not thinking obviously about what I'm doing, trying to get my CEO buzzard from the iFruit phone. Alright, so you get in your buzzard and you'll make your way over to your CEO garage. I'll see you there. And then just go ahead and grab a streetcar. Again, I don't even take it into the garage. I find going in through the CEO office is far easier. For me, going in through the garage has difficulties. It won't work every time. Sometimes I'll just be standing inside the garage and the glitch didn't work. However, I don't have that issue if I do it this way. So I drive my streetcar over to the garage and enter the CEO office on foot. Now once I'm here, I'll just make my way back to the elevator and pick one of the full garages. The next thing to note too is while I was doing this a bunch of times last night, I also figured out that if you've been having trouble where when you go to get in the car at this next part and it doesn't give you options on the D-pad, for me this is why. So when you're doing that glitch spawn into the facility, just don't touch anything. until you're like fully spawned in. So like not touching anything through here, still not touching it, and then now you see the screen like color shift, and now you're good. You can start moving around. For me, that was the difference between being able to get in the car and like have the option to use the vehicle workshop or not. Just a little tip that I figured out here through lots of trial and error. So you want to get back into it. And now, like I was saying, except this time you'll hit right on the D-pad instead of left. Change one thing on it. You'll exit the vehicle. Now for me, I like to return the vehicle to storage. So now let's go ahead and go check on our duplicate, which is in my MOC. A nice way you can tell you've been glitched out. Two of me there. Double trouble. Now again, just call your MOC. And from here, I'm going to be showing you how to get the clean plates, which is why I'm not cutting through this. It'll take a little bit longer, but that way you can see step by step the whole process of what I'm doing. So we want to go ahead and get in the back of the MOC. Obviously, it has personal vehicle storage in the back there. I'm just going to make sure it looks good. It's saved. Cool. It's good. Now I'll take it, like drive it out, and I'm just going to swap it with one of the LGs I've got in my facility. So I'll just drive it back into the facility. And every time I see that livery on my MOC, all I can think of is Team America. And it makes me think about that America, that song. And how good and ridiculous that movie is. Alright, so obviously we accepted that alert, and once we're in here, we're going to go ahead and replace one of those cars and push it to the MOC. I'm just going to do one of the LGs. Alright, so now we just repeat the process, except this time we're essentially going to, instead of be duplicating the car, we're going to be like duplicating the plate off of it and putting it onto our, in this case, I guess, ISSI. Now I like to frequently save in between this stuff, or like force a save just to, in my mind, make it a little less hectic to worry about, like, oh man, this is going to mess up, save, whatever. So change my outfit to force a save. Now here's the plate, 88W something. We're going to be getting on that LG. So now, just like before, you're going to be pushing left on the D-pad, and we're just going to repeat the steps up until the end. However, there's a few, like really one thing that you'll do differently, and that is once you glitch out of the Avenger, the facility, you will obviously not do an LG car there. You'll do that we just duped. Will be the car that you call out. And now I'm not going to make you watch me do the whole thing again. So I'm going to go ahead and cut till once I glitch from the CEO into the facility here. But if you have any trouble, just go back to the beginning and repeat the steps. Alright, so glitching back in here. making sure not to touch anything until I'm fully in. So just like the last time we came in from the CEO, however, this is going to be a little bit different. If you look at my mini map, you can see the vehicle that's still outside. So now for this to work the right way, we're going to go ahead and return our personal vehicle from storage right before we get back in this LG to transfer the plate. Otherwise, it'll just dupe what you have into another LG, and that's not what we want. It's counterproductive. So return that, jump on in, hit right on the D-pad, and then you'll change one thing on it. Exit the vehicle, and now let's run over there, and we should see, I guess we'll take a look again to make sure. Yeah, we should see the same plate on the newly duped LG. I'm sorry, ISSI. And we should see the plate on the newly duped ISSI. And now you'll just get in it and drive it outside, and we'll see the plate switch. Perfect. Now, I'm not sure if you could tell, if you can see it from here, but it'll be a lot easier to notice once we drive it into the MOC. So that's the next step. So we're going to drive it into the MOC to save it. Right on the D-pad, accept the alert. And it's kind of glitched out, so you might have to tap X a few times for it to go through. Alright, now we're in here, and as you can see, now it's got the plate from that LG on it, so it is a clean plate now, clean dupe. So from here, you just want to make sure you save, send the MOC back, and then also it's important to note that that LG that we just used still has that same plate. So you want to go ahead and buy a new LG over the one we just used, so that way you don't get a dirty dupe from something dumb like forgetting to override an LG. And also, once you return it, I find the best way to not get glitched out when you're moving the ISSI is to join a new invite-only session. It'll only take a few seconds. And from there, just push it from the MOC to a different garage. And that's it. Just repeat the steps. Now, if you found this helpful, go ahead and smash the like button and subscribe. And as usual, until next time.